Hi, welcome to Archiving Artifacts with Photogrammetry. My name is Ondris. I'm the facilitator for the Mixed Reality Lab at the Saigon campus in RMIT and also an associate lecturer at the School of Communication and Design. So if you need further information and details, you can always contact me through the contacts here. This is the content that I'm going to talk to you about. Uh, Recently, we have been faced with the pandemic, and the pandemic has impacted a lot of organizations, including the museum. Mostly, number one is, of course, the public is not able to visit the museum, and after that, the museums are unable to showcase their artifacts physically. Uh, it also sees public's opportunity to learn because they don't get the exposure that they want from the museum. It's a challenge as well for museum who are depending on the visitors for revenue. So if there are no visitors, there are no funding for the museum. Uh, Basically, what happens is the museum needs alternative methods to reach the public. So this is the Vietnamese Women's Museum. It's located in Hanoi. What happens is the Vietnamese Women's Museum has a 2-year MOU between RMIT School of Communication and Design. We basically have tried to provide solution to strengthen the connection between the museum and the public. One of the project uses photogrammetry to digitize artifacts. So what is photogrammetry? So basically, it's measuring various photographs of the same object and reconstructing a 3D model with computer vision. So basically, if you can see here, right, these are all same, it's a photograph of the same object, but taken different angles. Then after that, it's being fed into the computer to generate a 3D model. Okay, so this is the production process for photogrammetry. Step one, what you do is you take photographs from various angles. So for this object itself, it took me an average of 100 photos. So various angles, close up, medium and far. So the more variety that you have, the better the opportunity to have a model that looks good. Step two, so what we do is with the photographs that we have, we feed it into photogrammetry software to generate point clouds. The software that we use is called Mushroom. There are many other alternatives outside there that are free that you can actually use. Step three, this is where the 3D meshes are reconstructed from the point clouds. You can see the difference now. We've got lines and triangles, which are the meshes. And step four, textures are reconstructed, and then after that, they're divided into so that they can fit to the 3D model. This is also generated by the software. Step five, once we have the objects, 3D objects and the textures in the software, we need to bring it into another software, which is a 3D modeling software to clean up areas that we don't need. So once that is done and the models clean, we can actually send it up to a 3D hosting space. For example, here we are using Sketchfab. It provides you with online editing features to annotate and also add text onto it. So what are the advantages of photogrammetry? So basically, you're able to annotate and interact with the digital artifacts online. So I'm just going to go here right now to show you how it works. So here, what we have here, it's the 3D model, which is made by 2D photographs. You can zoom in and look at the 3D models. And at the same time, also, you can click on the annotation that we have here. And it gives you an interface. So it basically is not only 2D models, like 3D models enables you to zoom in or rotate and interact with the objects while reading annotation to have a better understanding of the artifacts that you're looking at. Okay, the thing about when we work with anything that's technology, people have an assumption. There's assumption where technology project is always sophisticated, that it has sophisticated hardware and software. And also anything that has technology is always uh, difficult or challenging to learn. And also the production process should be challenging as well. That's what people think. And the thing also is you might require an expertise to maintain or to make sure that everything's okay. And finally, the thing that actually drives everybody away is they think that it requires a high budget. This might be true if but there are also ways where you can actually bring down the expectation and work with something of a lower budget and also more approachable. So what we have here are more practical solutions. We basically when we work with any nonprofit organization or even profit organization, and you want to make sure that people are able to uh, be able to replicate and do all these processes within the organization itself. What you do is we, 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 we suggest that they use available hardware and software and setup as well. So for example, here, uh, you can use a mobile phone to take a photograph. If you don't have a DSLR camera, it's fine. And also if you don't have a studio for lighting, you can actually use outdoor lightings with boards that are easily available here. Um, Software itself, right? We have a lot of free software, free or open source software that you can use to do the process of the photographs into 3D models. So the software that we use is basically Meshroom and also Blender 3D to clean up models. So you can look around and find like free open software to suit your project. The other thing is we actually teach processes or train processes that are easy to replicate by anyone. So if the process is a bit too complicated, then it's going to be difficult to replicate, and you have to constantly be there to guide. So it's always good that you have something that people can learn, then they can actually replicate and do it themselves. So these are the things that you can do with photogrammetry. You can use a DSLR camera or a mobile phone. So what we do is we basically use mobile phones because the mobile phone nowadays, the quality, they're good enough. So we didn't have problems with mobile phones. And of course, you need to have a photogrammetry software to basically process and construct your photographs from 2D to 3D images to 3D models. The software that we use is called Meshroom. And after that, you need to have a 3D modeling software. We use Blender. This 3D modeling software will enable you to clean up and also prepare, make the make the 3D model looks better. Uh, for example, you don't actually need to have a very high specs computer, but if you have, it would be good that you have a computer that has an NVIDIA GPU card and a CUDA compute capability. So basically what happens is if your computer has a better graphics card, it will be able to process faster. Okay. Then finally, what we do is the 3D models are hosted at a certain software. We host our 3D models at sketchfab.com. There are monthly fees that you have to pay, or you can use other alternatives, free alternatives outside there. We choose Sketchfab because of the ease of the interface. So thank you. That's my presentation for today. I hope that you could understand. If you have any questions, please post your questions in this. I think we're going to have a question right now, right? Then after that, you'll be able to ask questions at the moment. Thank you very much.